Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a monthly June message for all of the Sagittariuses out in the collective. Please note this is going to be a general reading, so it is not going to resonate with every single Sagittarius out in the collective. I ask that you take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are new to my channel, welcome to Eileen Into Spirit. My name is Eileen Rouse. I'm a psychic intuitive and a spiritual essence coach, and I provide you with guidance, wisdom, and inspiration every other week right here on this channel. Without further ado, let's get into your monthly message, Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius, you know the drill. This is going to be a 9-card draw, so let's get shuffling. What information and what insight can you offer Sagittarius this month, Spirit? What information and what insight can you offer Sagittarius this month? Man, all of the fire signs have been like shooting out energy like crazy. All right, Sagittarius, King of Wands energy. This is where you are. So a lot of you are feeling really confident, very energized, wanting to like really grow and expand and learn and train. And it's almost like you're wanting to create something new, something that you're very passionate about. I love this. A lot of fire energy already here, Sagittarius. Like, y'all are wanting to, yes, success. Okay. All right, let's see. What else do we have? What else do we have here? One thing I am hearing here for you, Sagittarius, with this King of Wands. Now, you have a King of Wands and a King of Cups. So this is double energy. So this is not only inspired energy, but very loving, nurturing energy. You know, having both of these kings in this top spot is really good because this is your mind, right? Like mentally, I feel that you have a lot of inspired ideas that you're wanting to take action on. And some of these ideas are requiring you to make some changes, right? You're also needing to learn, like, how am I going to get there? Like, I don't feel that you have the actual plan on how you're going to achieve these ideas that you have, but you're allowing yourself to tune in intuitively here, and you're letting sort of that inner guidance, that inner heart sort of lead the way and pave the way for you. And this is beautiful, and I absolutely love this. And you have an amazing spread here, Sagittarius, so I'm really excited. I want to dive right in. Let's do this. So right off the bat, where you are, King of Wands, this is confident entrepreneurial energy. So this is someone that is very inspired, wants to take action and sort of pave the way, lead the way to something that not only I feel you will have great success in, but it is going to be a part of this pure, utter bliss and fulfillment that you are desiring, okay? It's going to be very important here that that you understand clearly what each thing provides you emotionally. Like, is it providing you with the right fulfillment, okay? The other thing I want to point out with this King of Wands energy is that not only is it confident energy, but sometimes this energy can come across, okay, as someone that is very conceited and a know-it-all, okay? Now, I'm not saying that this is you here, Sagittarius, but I want to point out here that don't let your pride get in the way too much, right? Like, there's a difference between being completely and utterly confident in yourself and then being overly confident, okay? So just keep that in mind. Now, what is your theme? You have the Five of Wands. This is you learning. This is you training. I also feel that there's a lot of conflicting, like, so you have so many ideas that you're wanting to do that they're all sort of conflicting with one another, okay? And I want to point out here that this is you needing to take charge and allow your inner guidance to sort of lead the way on which path you're going to take, what idea you're going to embark upon. It's not about needing to do all of them at once, okay? I want to point that out right now. That's not what this is about. This is about you getting very clear and having a very clear understanding of what it is that you are wanting to create, what your life is going to look like, and how you want that to sort of evolve as it goes, okay? So I feel that this month, okay, this just came up. This is interesting. So here's something to keep in mind as you go through this month. Understand that there are going to be a lot of people that want different things, right? And sometimes what other people's desires are or what their idea of what should happen will differ from yours. Avoid any conflicts with other individuals when it comes to that, right? Like, don't feed the fire. It's really about you needing to stand in your power, but see things from a very loving, compassionate place. That's why this King of Cups is here, right? As your accomplishment. So what you are accomplishing with this King of Cups is you're taking center stage by allowing your intuition to be the guide. Because a King of Cups knows that he is in control of his own emotions, and he loves things so much that everything outside of him isn't going to sway him from knowing what he knows intuitively, okay? So I feel that when it comes to working with other individuals, or when it comes to some, if some of you are working on projects or you're working with other individuals, don't feed into the conflict, right? Other people may say, well, my idea is better than yours, or I feel we should do this. Like, don't feed into it. You know that you are great at what you do here, Sagittarius. You have an amazing gift that you are absolutely great at. You want to allow that to shine through, but you want to do it in a very loving, compassionate way, right? It's not about beating others down. It's about letting people be seen for who they are and let them sabotage themselves, right? Okay, now what do you need to avoid? Okay, you have the Six of Wands here as to what you need to avoid. Now, here's what I'm hearing with this. Because you're so confident, okay, and remember what I said, that when it comes to the confidence, don't let your pride get in the way. I feel that sometimes when we get overly confident, the only reason why we get into that space is because there is a part of us that does not feel confident. We feel like we're inadequate in some way, whether we're not worthy or whatever that is. That's what you need to avoid. Avoid this sense of unworthiness, right? Understand that if you are where you are and you're being offered an opportunity or you're being offered something, it is being offered to you because you have the abilities, the talents, and the skills to do an amazing job at it. You're successful at it. That's why it was offered to you as an opportunity, okay? So you want to avoid unworthiness. You also want to avoid not celebrating your own successes and your own wins. Celebrate yourself. Recognize the accomplishments that you have completed, that you have succeeded at, even if they are small. Anything that you accomplish here, Sagittarius, is meant to be celebrated. So this is what Spirit wants you to do. Now, what do you need to embrace? You have the Death and the Rebirth card here. Now, I feel that the message here on what you're needing to embrace is you are going to embark upon this massive transition, this massive change and transformation that is coming about. It's almost like an old part of your life is sort of coming to an end so that a new part of your life can be born. And I really feel that this new life that you are about to embark upon, this transformation that is going to occur, is really coming from a place of your divine essence, that true essence of who you truly are spiritually, and answering to that higher calling that is sort of wanting you to sort of lead the way, right? Pave the way. This is your higher self sort of stepping in, and I absolutely love that. So embrace this transformation. Allow things to transform the way they are meant to transform. Don't try to sway it in one way or the other. It's really about you just being witness to how things transform. It's almost like when we witness, flowers transform from the seed to the plant and how it grows, right? We don't try to have it transform or have it be grow in a specific way. We don't have control over that, right? And it's really about you witnessing how your life is transforming and celebrating that. Now, what is your obstacle? Okay, you have judgment here, and I feel that the obstacle really is going to be answering that call. Every time I see judgment, what I actually see is you being called to do something from the heart, right? And I feel a lot of times when that happens, we get in our own way. We get in our heads. We ask ourselves, is this really what I felt? Is this really what I'm supposed to do? We start to question and doubt ourselves so much more. And I really feel that's where the obstacle is going to be. Because I feel like in your mind here, Sagittarius, you're going to sort of really question, is this really what I got intuitively? Was this accurate? And the moment you ask yourself that, I want you to remember this. I want you to remember me saying this to you right now. The moment you start to question your intuition, that is a sign that it is your intuition. You are meant to trust it, right? Because when we allow our ego to sort of step in, our ego is the only one that doubts and the only one that questions. So understand that when you start to question and you start to doubt, that's when you need to take a step back and say, okay, I need to listen with my heart. That's what this King of Cups is, right? He closes his eyes and he tunes into the message of his heart, which is aligned to his soul. And he allows the singing bowl to tune him into the frequency that matches the vibration of his soul. So Sagittarius, this is your obstacle, right? It's tuning in to the frequency of your soul, tuning in and answering whenever your soul is nudging you or it's pulling you or it's wanting you to sort of embrace something or do something or be something, right? I feel that's where the obstacle is going to be. Now, what is your support? Now, this is very interesting. You have the 10 of Cups here in reversed as your support card. And remember what I said when it came to this King of Wands. Understand that with all of the ideas that you're going to have this month or these inspired actions that you are going to want to take, really sit back, tune into the frequency of your soul, and really ask yourself, how is this going to make me feel? That's what this 10 of Cups is. The 10 of Cups is this utter fulfillment and joy that we have when we are surrounded by the people that we love, when we have all of these harmonious relationships and everyone gets along so well. So it's important for you to recognize, right? You're wanting to build more harmony, more balance in your relationships. And so your support is understanding who are the people in your life that support you unconditionally, right? That is how you can truly identify whether you're actually being fulfilled by something or someone, okay? Now, what is your action? The Magician. Ultimately, I feel that when it comes to the Magician, any action that you should take is literally just doing it, right? It's about understanding that you have the power to create infinite possibilities because you have all of your resources available. It's really about looking at the potential and sort of allowing yourself to transform anything. And this is what I love to see. When I see death and rebirth with the Magician, I really think of alchemy. We can create anything our heart desires, especially when we go through this transformation phase, which you are currently in. Okay, here, Sagittarius, you are in a very transformative state. You are literally shedding old layers of yourself and new layers are being born, and your things are changing right before your eyes. You're having and for some of you, you could be really having a lot of like aha moments where you're like, oh my gosh, this makes so much more sense. 2 days ago this didn't make any sense to me, but now it's like I see it clearly. It's like I have a deeper understanding of it, and I know what people mean when they say this, right? It's almost like you're sort of tapping in to that higher aspect of yourself that has so much knowledge from all your previous lives, and you're slowly starting to incorporate everything, okay? So your action is really allowing yourself to ask yourself, what do I want to create? And how do I do that? Looking at all of the resources around you and just doing it. Just do it. Just take action. Now, what is your advice and your encouragement? You have the Seven of Pentacles here. And I feel that ultimately what this means is be grateful. Be grateful for the things that you have experienced, even if they did not reap rewards for you, even if it didn't grow, right? Be grateful for that experience because it taught you something. You still gained some perspective, some knowledge, some insight from having gone through that experience. And I feel that your advice and your encouragement is just because one seedling doesn't grow means that you should give up gardening, right? You have to continue to put forth effort. Try again, try again. If at first you don't succeed, try again, right? Because ultimately, with the Magician here, this is ultimately saying, when I look at this bottom line right here with this 10 of Cups in reverse, the Magician with the 7 of Pentacles in reversed. When I look at just these three cards, this line right here in my spread represents spirit. And the heart of your spirit message is the Magician. So it's stating that as above, so below. So if in your intuitive mind, in your spirit mind, you see yourself having a family, having financial wealth, having a successful business, then the way that you make that become a reality is based on, what are you doing that is fulfilling? Are you really, truly in a state of bliss, or are you out of harmony? Like if you're in disharmony, like if you're not in harmony with what you're doing, then that ultimately is going to reflect what you create, right? And if you're not grateful for everything that you currently have and everything that currently is, then again, that sort of changes what you ultimately create here. So Sagittarius, this is your monthly message. I absolutely love it. Overall, I feel that you're going through this massive transformation. And I feel that ultimately you are really sort of transforming and connecting into that higher essence of yourself, where you are sort of rising to this higher version of yourself and having so much more. And now it's like it's a different layer that you're just sort of having to sort of work through. Let's draw an additional card here, Sagittarius, to see what additional information and insight Spirit has for you. What additional information and insight can you offer Sagittarius, Spirit? What additional information? Ooh, okay. We're going to take the first one because we're only doing one card today. I love it. Number 46, the uncharted sea. Okay, this is about taking a risk. And it's about trusting the unknown. It truly is trusting the unknown. All right, let's see what the book says about the uncharted sea. Okay. Your comfort zone is sometimes exactly that. A safe, familiar harbor you've finally come to in yourself. You have a sense that you don't need more than what is available right where you've landed in life. Now, however, is not one of those times. Like the archetypal hero's journey, The universe is inviting you to step into uncharted waters. Something is stirring. Adventure is calling. You may want to resist this urge because it will involve leaving your comfort zone, but embarking on this journey is essential for your well-being. Navigating the uncharted aspects of yourself means you won't have a map because no one else has ever been there. On this journey, you cannot rely on the help you would typically expect from others who have gone before you. This new territory is yours to explore. You're invited to be a pioneer, a path maker, a magical cartographer who draws your map with your own life force as the ink. This is the day to dive into a novel experience and fully immerse yourself in the new. You don't know what this sea of possibility has in store for you, so stay curious and refrain from judgment or the need to label. Give yourself the time and freedom to be curious without the limitations and boundaries projected by your memories or expectations. You are in an amazing place right now, and you will never be the same for surveying these waters. Sagittarius, this is an absolutely beautiful message, and I want to point out that right now you might be feeling like you're in uncharted territory, and that's because you are going through this rebirth right now. And a lot of times when we experience massive change, it just feels so awkward, right? But this is what you're needing to embrace because you are really embarking on this new life journey that no one else has ever experienced before. And this is your journey and it's your life. So Sagittarius, I thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Namaste, guys.